Okay, everyone, it's 7 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. We do like to start every meeting with the pledge. I believe we might have some special guests.
Yes, I'd love to invite Kara McCarthy and Sophia Becca. They're going to be our pledges today. Two outstanding fifth graders. They were selected because Kara has an amazing interest in our country's history. Her focus and participation during class discussions is a great example to others, and Sophia can be counted on to follow the school expectations and is helpful to others around her. Her excitement for learning is contagious to others.
On your leave, guys, whenever you're ready.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right, here we have some certificates for you. If that just means you did invest, full invested celebrity status, that's what it's good. All right.
Well, I just get back to you. Just grab it. Nice job.
Thank you, ladies, for starting our meeting for us. Item 2, recognition of visitors or patient comments.
There we go.
Great. Number 3, public hearing of the second amendment to the superintendent's contract.
You want to speak? You want to carry it or you want to handle it?
I can address the legal matter.
Please. No outrage about me.
Sure. So tonight the board is going to consider the second amendment to Dr. Persecki's contract. There are certain notices that are required to be published by law, and those notices go to the local newspapers. So for Indian Creek, that includes the Daily Journal and the Martinsville Reporter. Our office sent the legal notices to both papers. The Daily Journal did publish the notice. The Martinsville Reporter did not. However, the school has also published that notice on its website, and so pursuant to the statute, there's a savings clause that says that if you had sent that advertisement to the local newspaper and they have not published it, but you have published it on your local website, then the notice is sufficient. So the board can consider this amendment at tonight's meeting.
So as a public hearing, any other comments or anybody?
Oh, and then go ahead and open the public hearing.
Yes, so this being the public hearing, we will open it for any public comments on the matter. Okay, hearing none, we will close the public hearing and continue on.
I would make a motion.
Oh, okay. So I need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the second amendment to superintendent's contract.
Just to close the hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. To close the meeting.
The hearing.
The hearing, I'm sorry.
Second.
Wonderful. Okay, so we have a motion and a second to close the hearing. Let's take a vote. All those in favor of closing the hearing, please start by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, additions to the agenda.
Well, now you can go ahead and take up, after the public hearing is closed, you can consider the amendment to the contract. And vote on
Correct.
that.
We'll do that on the new business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, looked at the agenda closed.
Sorry, guys, we're new here.
Sorry. And you were saying that this is the agenda?
Additions to the
And
agenda.
well, we have some.
Okay.
Under new business, we have a field trip, the high school boys wrestling team, an overnight trip to Evansville High School for the IHSAA semi-state. I believe we have 4 gentlemen that are going, and that would be on the 13th overnight to the 14th, so that they can compete. And then, of course, soon you have the junior state, that's the 14th overnight to the 15th. That is the addition to the agenda, and with that will be letter F.
And we need to make a motion. Okay, so we'll need a motion to add that to our agenda.
I would like to move that we add this to our agenda.
Thank you. Wonderful. So having a motion and a second, we'll go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor of adding this to the agenda, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great, passes 5-0. Consent agenda.
Yes, in your board packet, you have the consent agenda, letters A through L. I would ask for you to approve that in its entirety. However, if you have any questions or comments, I would entertain those at this time. Otherwise, it would require a motion and a second.
I move that we accept this in its entirety.
Wonderful, thank you.
Second.
Okay, great. So we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda in its entirety. All those in favor of approving it, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Great, passes 5-0. Now the good stuff, NHA recognition, you make a difference. No.
Come on.
So, Gretchen Agney, I just want to thank you for helping me trick your mom, Sally Agney, who I'm excited to recognize tonight. It is truly an honor. Come on up, Sally. Did I surprise you?
Yes.
I have to say that this is not part of my speech. She was like, Luke has not given Gretchen anything. And I said, oh, Luke stresses me out. I'm so sorry. I cannot imagine why he's not giving her more things to go on. But it is truly an honor to recognize someone who embodies the very best of Indian Creek Intermediate School, Sally Agney. From the very first day someone walks into the building, Sally makes them feel welcomed. It's not accidental. That's just who she is. Time and time again, her colleagues have shared that Sally is quick to communicate, deeply caring, and always willing to step in, whether it's for her students, her teammates, or school-wide initiatives. She gives generously of her time, her expertise, and her heart. Several colleagues shared that Sally has actually changed the way that they view third grade, watching her in action. She balances high expectations, humor, accountability, and just genuine care, and she's inspired other people to be a part of the team. And that speaks volumes. You don't just teach students, you model excellence for adults. You're a natural leader in our building, an exceptional grade level chair. She led her team to above a 95% pass rate on IREAD last year, the top in Johnson and Morgan County. What stands out most consistently is how intentional you are. You are thoughtful in every decision that you make for your students, your coworkers. Your compassion makes our workplace better. You support others through transitions, new roles, changes, and often quietly and without any recognition. You have the kindest heart, your outstanding work ethic, and you show up time and time again for people around you. One colleague shared that you reached out to them almost immediately after they were hired, just welcoming them, organizing meetings, giving them tours, before, it was even requested, help before they were even ready for it. And then especially afterwards, just when they were asking for help, always responding with patience, grace, and unwavering support. That is leadership, and that's teamwork, and that's exactly who you are. You're loyal, dependable, exceptionally organized. Your passion for Indian Creek as a district as a whole, your dedication to doing what's best for students, staff, and the whole district is evident in everything that you do. You care so much, not just about outcomes, but about people. Sally, your colleagues feel supported by you, inspired by you, and very grateful for you. And today, I just want you to know how valued you are. Thank you for making a difference every day for students and for staff and for our whole community. We're really blessed to have you here.
So if you don't mind, we have pictures here. And then everybody that showed up, you can take a picture with. File in. Come on, you guys got
Every day.
And not having student board members and staff attorneys.
Well, that is truly a testament to how much of a difference she's making with like such a fan club here. I love it. I love it. Okay. We will keep rolling on with our committee report. Mr. Harvey?
C9, all right. First of all, I've got a couple of students of the month for February. One is Henry Dole in Auto Services. The instructor here has noted that Henry has dedicated so much effort into learning as much as he can in our program. He has also earned an opportunity to represent our program in the Skills USA. Henry is a great leader and has a bright future in the automotive field. And the other student here, scroll down, is Tyler Lower, L-O-W-E-R, Precision Machining. Tyler has a great attitude and is always willing to help and help his fellow students. A couple other things as well here. So I had an opportunity today to go to C9 and be an advocate for C9 and the programs there. And in attendance today was Governor Braun and Education Secretary Jenner. And they were running a little late, but they got there and we had about 45 to 50 minutes, and we made a whirlwind tour around the facility. Went to early childhood, criminal justice, firefighting, EMT, HVAC, but also went to the welding, manufacturing, and precision machining areas as well. So they were very impressed and asked a lot of questions. I got to talk with Governor Braun quite a little bit there about the welding program and some of the other vocations, and he expressed how he had started out welding when he was younger and worked into some business opportunities, and I think we all know where that went, so that took off really well. So they were all really interested in what was going on there. So I thought it was a great day for C9 and for the staff there. For us as a board, we had a couple of board members there, and just advocating for C9 and what it does for our students here, not only as well as other students, the other sending schools. I think that's pretty much it. That was about a half an hour, 45 minutes. Well, our meeting is Thursday, so I do have the agenda, but I have not had a chance to look at it, so you'll get that report. I did want to mention the February students of the month. So, and Luke, I apologize. I had to do it January, and we hadn't met yet, and I didn't name those out in the meeting, but you probably know who they are. I couldn't log back into last month's meeting minutes. They told me I could, but I couldn't, so I couldn't get those two students. So just let them know that they were acknowledged here tonight for their accomplishments with C9. So that's all I have for C9.
Wonderful, thank you so much. For the Education Foundation, some really exciting updates. The February meeting is the meeting where we approved the teacher grants for the spring, and super, super exciting. We actually, instead of making hard decisions, approved every single one of them. So that was pretty incredible. It was totaled over $10,693. So that was really, really exciting. Bingo night, if you haven't got your tickets, sorry, sold out. But we do still have opportunities for you to donate baskets and be part of that if you would like to. The Night with the Princess is coming up. You can start purchasing your tickets for that now. It'll be here at the middle school, so it's a special night for girls to bring those. And then an exciting update, the Judy Mesnick Scholarship Foundation is over $4,500 now, and we'll continue adding to that, but we're really excited about that. And I will skip over, it was 14 teacher grants, so that's pretty exciting, 14 happy teachers there. So that's all we have for the Education Foundation for right now. Moving on, old business.
Old business, we have none.
Great. New business.
Yes, we do. New business, letter A, consider action to approve the Second Amendment to the superintendent's contract.
So we'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Second Amendment to the superintendent's contract.
Wonderful. So, having a motion and a second, do I hear any discussion about this? Okay, great. So we'll take a vote. All those in favor of the amendments signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Letter B.
Yes, letter B is Neola first readings. Actually, just getting the first readings to you, the paperwork to you, I am proposing that instead of it being considered first reading, that we would go ahead and table this and start the first reading next month. So, although there's no action for first reading, there's definitely no action this evening, since first reading will go to next month.
Well, here we go, right here, we'll take that on spring break.
Yes. So again, I want you to have your 2 full months to be able to peruse and affirm board policy. Thank you.
Okay, so we are tabling that for this month.
Yes.
And I've always thought the board president can do that, but if you want to take a vote on it, some boards do, but
We'll just go ahead and, okay, if we're good with that, we'll just table it. Okay, perfect. But thank you to all the efforts for everyone that's putting in for getting all that ready for us. So we'll move on to number C.
Yes, consider action to approve the Indian Creek High School boys wrestling overnight trip. Actually, this took place, but the fact that it was overnight and happened so quickly, still asking for the board to approve the consent of this action per board policy.
Make a motion, we approve, letter C, the consideration action to approve ICHS boys wrestling overnight trip.
Second motion.
Wonderful. Any discussion? Great. We'll take a vote then. All those in favor of approving the ICHS boys wrestling overnight trip to Jeffersonville High School on February 6th and 7th, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. Passes 5-0.
Okay, letter D, another field trip. Consider action to approve the high school ELA field trip to the Cincinnati Museum Center in Cincinnati, Ohio on the 25th of this month. It being out of state, it requires board action.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the ICHS ELA field trip to Cincinnati Museum in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Wonderful. Any discussion? Okay, great. We'll go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor of approving the ICHS ELA field trip to the Cincinnati Museum Center in Cincinnati, Ohio on February 25th of this year, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. Passes 5-0. Letter E.
Let's consider action to approve the high school dance overnight trip to Jasper, Indiana for the IHSDTA regional competition, March 6th to March 7th, overnight, required board action.
I'll entertain a motion.
I motion that we approve overnight.
Perfect.
Second.
Great. Any discussion? Okay, great. Let's take a vote. All those in favor of approving the ICHS dance overnight trip to Jasper, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Wonderful. Passes 5-0. And F.
Yes, the addition to the agenda, which is the high school boys wrestling overnight trip to Evansville for semi-state 13th to the 14th, and then the junior state the 14th and 15th.
I'd like to make the motion that we do approve and pass the motion for ISAA semi-state on Friday the 13th, and the second on Saturday the 14th.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, great. Let's take a vote on approving the wrestling overnight trips. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Personnel.
Yes, personnel. In your board package, you have letters A, B, and C, resignations, retirement, A, B, employment, and C, coaches for all the spring sports. Unless there's something specific, I would ask the board to accept the personnel packet, A, B, and C in its entirety.
So moved.
Second.
Wonderful. Okay, any discussion? Wonderful. Let's take a vote to approve personnel A, B, and C. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Superintendent's report.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. Appreciate that. Always great when we have our little ones kicking off the Pledge of Allegiance, and of course, our recognition for you make a difference. I would like to go ahead and shout out to our entire maintenance and custodial team that had to deal with all the snow removal and making our campus safe. There's a lot of playgrounds out there where you can play King of the Hill. That took place, and glad the warm weather's finally taking care of it naturally, but I do want to acknowledge that as that come in, they're spending round-the-clock overnight, brutal hours trying to get that prepared for us to have all of our students and staff safe. So I'd like to shout out for that. Also, I'd like to wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day. And we're right in the heat of really getting into testing season. Not that we're in testing season year-round, but really coming up with iRead, and of course, right after spring break, coming up with iLearn. So thank you, everyone, for all you do, and thank you, school board, for your support and appreciation for the addendum to the contract. Thank you.
Wonderful. Items from the board. Kathy?
I just want to also thank the maintenance department for all of their hard work. I know how much they put into this to get everything ready for us, and they've done an awesome job. So look for our flowers. Come on, guys, make them flowers happen, right? So thank you to all of our administrators and our teachers out there for all the hard work you've been doing. It's been an extra special hard work, I'm sure, these last few weeks. So thank you for that too.
Yeah, same thing, you know, the maintenance, what a good job they do. Good luck to the dance team. Thank you to Mr. Long and Ms. Hobbs for, they made phone calls one day for 100 positive phone calls to the students' parents to, you know, brag on them and let them know how good they're doing. So that's really cool that you guys take the time to do that. Mr. Stoll and Mr. Wallace, thank you for keeping an eye on when we couldn't come to school, and you guys were going around and you said have some good positive things going with the education, and where even though schools, kids couldn't show up to school, they were making sure they're getting their proper education. So then Phil Arnold at the end of the year is going to be retiring. He's going to be surely missed. So thank you to everybody else that does what they do.
I am really proud of Indian Creek for so many reasons. I love this place. But I wanted to give a shout out to the administration team and the teachers. You guys all genuinely care about the students. You are devoted to their learning, to their character development, and enabling each of them to be successful. Like you said, that you drove around to make sure they had what they needed. Of course, we expect those things from you because that's why you're here, but you also go above and beyond. And one thing I've noticed is the teachers who, and administrators, but the teachers who care so much that they even come up with creative ways to raise money so that they can support the skills and the talents and the passions or interests of these students. Mrs. Smith, I love her Valentine's fundraisers for the journalism. I think it was Mrs. Berkey who did it for the play, and you just come up with these creative ways to engage the community and to raise money, but ultimately it is to support the talents and passions of the students. So I really appreciate that. Mrs. Davis sends out a breaks bulletin on Fridays, and she has a Spring into Kindness staff reward program going on, which I think is so cool because she's not just encouraging and recognizing that people are being kind, but the process of this is you nominate somebody else. So she's helping her staff recognize when somebody else is being kind, and I just think that just creates an atmosphere of kindness that's contagious for the students. So great job, Mrs. Davis. And I want to shout out to Jared Sneed and his team for how hard they work to keep things clean, and then Sean Zachary and his team for transporting the kids safely once we did get them back on the bus. So, great job. You guys are amazing, and I couldn't be more proud.
A couple things. On the 31st of January and February the 7th, the Indiana State School Music Association had their competition. I'd like to congratulate all the gold and silver winners there, whether it be vocal or instrument. I had a grandson that did pretty well and earned a gold medal, so I'm proud of him. So, the other thing is that it's a little shout out to our business director here, treasurer of NHJUSC. So I did receive this, and you're well aware of this. I think this was a little late. I got my mail about 3 or 4 weeks late, so I opened it up. I thought, well, I think I want to give him a shout out. So I'll read you the letter. This is from IASBO. Executive Director Scott Bowling says, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Indiana Association of School Business Officials, I am very pleased to announce that Jacob Hukin has completed the required courses for the Indiana ASBO certification program. His certification designation as Chief Business Officer, which required 102 hours of instruction. The certification acknowledges the experience and knowledge that Jacob has regarding school business management, in-school business and management. Indiana ASBO created the certification program to recognize the professional achievements of its members. To qualify for certification, an individual must be an IASBO member and fulfill all the personal, ethical, professional requirements as established by the Indiana Association of School Business Officials. Jacob is an outstanding individual who is accredited to the Jackson United School Corporation and Indiana ASBO. Thank you. Congratulations.
Jacob, we are so grateful for all that you do to keep our corporation on track. And thank you to our whole administrative leaders. Our 4 building principals are here. You guys put in the longest hours. We're so grateful for you and the teams that you lead. We do the easy work where you guys really do so much for the district. And happy birthday to Mr. Scoble. You're another year wiser. So thanks for joining us. Just to kind of piggyback on several things that everyone said, we did have some really exciting wins over this past weekend with ISMA as well, to include some state qualifiers. And I also wanted to really thank Holly Miller down at the elementary school. She's really got some things that take a lot of effort, like getting those kids roller skating. Wow. Like, please tell her. Yeah. And then the jump rope for her, I know, is also going strong. So we truly are all genuinely so grateful. If there's something we didn't mention, we are so grateful. So that's it for me. We have one quick legislative update.
Yeah, and also I just want to mention, I just wish all of the boards that I represent and my father represent were as efficient as getting through the business as you guys are. But there is a Senate bill, it's Senate Bill 200, that was authored by Senator Rob Stewart, the chairman of the Senate Education Committee. I testified on this bill at the Education Committee hearing, and it went to the Judiciary Committee. What one part of this bill would make it against public policy for school vendor contracts to contain indemnification language that would essentially require the school to insure the vendor, even if they were at fault for something, and also choice of law provisions, where you have contracts that say, hey, if there's a dispute that arises under the contract, you're going to have to go litigate in California or New York. So that is something that we've been working on. That did successfully pass the state Senate. It is now in the House and has some very good co-sponsors on there, including Representative Bob Baining, who is the chairman of the House Education Committee. So that would be a benefit, in my opinion, to all schools around the state, but just something I thought was worth mentioning to you guys. So again, that's Senate Bill 200 if you guys want to keep track of those.
Great, thank you.
And thank you for filling in for us tonight. We're super grateful to have you here.
No,
for
you're
this
welcome.
conference.
Hey, it's my old home.
Okay, I believe that's all we have tonight, so we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thanks,
Second.
guys.